Hey, today I am talking about something that all of us have, and that is a past. But how refusing to address it, to kind of turn around and deal with it, can actually be holding us back and affecting our present. Now, for those of you watching for the first time, I'm Coach Jamila. I'm a transformation life coach, and I serve highly successful women entrepreneurs and executives who struggle with toxic relationships, negative self-talk, self-doubt, and lack of self-confidence. Now, all of these struggles really are kind of secret struggles because to onlookers, my clients really appear to have it all together, but they're human. You're human. If you're watching this, no doubt you are a highly successful, strong woman. And so you're human, and it's okay that you're having these struggles and issues. And so with our past, there are things that we have been through, primarily in childhood, perhaps even a failed marriage or previous long-term relationship that ended in heartbreak, that we have not really turned around and dealt with. We just continue to go forward. We just keep looking ahead and going forward. And whereas, yes, we have accomplished a lot of things. And yes, we have overcome many challenges. We still have to, at some point, acknowledge the past and release that hurt and pain. And understand and know that admitting and acknowledging the mistakes of the past, or even being a victim of certain things, does not diminish your success. It does not diminish your success or what you've accomplished to admit the things that you've been through. That's why you're as strong as you are. That's your origin story. How you overcame that to get where you are. However, sometimes overcoming can simply mean that you never gave up. You didn't stop. You didn't go down the wrong path. You kept on the path of, maybe it was getting an education, getting a job, succeeding in a business, whatever it is. You just kept moving in a positive direction and allowed your life to become the opposite of perhaps where you started, or where some of those things that, we hear have affected other people in a negative way. They've gone the other way. You kept going. Okay. So that I get that is all what you're so proud of. And you should be, because you worked hard to get where you are. But what's going to happen is that past is going to catch up with you. In fact, it never really left you. But I'm going to tell you where it shows up. See, when we are at work, or if we have a business, there's a certain mindset and a mentality that is needed to succeed in that arena, right? It is one of pushing yourself, of going, doing. And yeah, and you'll get there, right? But when it comes to our personal life, when it comes to our relationships with people, that doesn't work. And if we don't have the fundamental basics on how to have healthy communication, on how to handle uncomfortable emotions, then when we have relationships, specifically romantic relationships with men, since that's the realm that I really deal with my clients in, it's going to be a struggle, because all of the elements that you need to form a basis for a healthy relationship are missing. Those pieces are missing. You didn't get them. Okay? And that doesn't diminish anything that you've accomplished. It just means that, okay, hey, fantastic. You got it going over here in the professional thing, the business thing. Now let's get it going in the personal. Let's get it going over here. Let's give you the missing pieces. Because here's what I know. You have the drive. You have the focus. It's just a matter of somebody giving you the formula, and you're going to get into action. Am I right? Yeah. It's not that you don't want to do it. It's just you don't know exactly how or what it is that you need to do. And so I want you to understand that what we go through in our past, especially when we're children, it affects what we come to view as adults as normal. So if we grew up with a lot of dysfunction and toxicity, well, that's how we define what is normal in our home life, okay? So at work, good, successful, on top, whatever. But when we get into our personal life, that's a different side of ourselves, okay? It's a completely different side of ourselves. And it requires different things from us. and it taps into different things from us. So if we have a family, if we're married or just went through a divorce, so we were married, if we think back and we have to say to ourselves, okay, I never saw a healthy marriage or a healthy relationship before a man and a woman modeled for me. I never saw a woman that really took care of herself, that made time for herself, that was in touch with her emotions, or who was treated with care and tenderness by a man. Whatever you saw that established your baseline for what is normal is what is normal to you. Whether it in your conscious mind, you're like, no, that's not what I want. It doesn't make sense. But it's what you're used to, if that makes sense. And so it's actually what you're drawn to and what you're attracted to. And because, like I mentioned, of your drive, of your focus, of your determination, you absolutely can change it. It is simply a matter of identifying the link between what's going wrong in your present and where did that get started. Identifying the story around that particular issue, acknowledging the emotion and releasing it. That's the process. And that's really the process that I take my clients through in my 12-week one-on-one unlimited coaching program. That's what we do initially. We go back to childhood. We look at that relationship with dad and then mom, and we talk about, what are some of those things that you remember, and really how it's done is through conversation. I'm able to pick up on some of your beliefs and the issues that you have, and then link it back and ask you very direct questions to kind of, sometimes just like my clients are not sure where I'm going, but I know where I'm going. And we get to the bottom of it, because the bottom of it is where it all is. You get to the bottom of it, you can clear it out. And then it's no longer an issue for you. Then you're no longer anchored to these emotions, this pain, these beliefs that are keeping you stuck in like a box or a pattern of thinking that's causing you to repeat the same toxic or bad relationship behaviors over and over again. Okay? Because again, you know how to be successful. You know how to win in that professional business world. We're just simply taking that level of commitment and activity and shifting it over here and focusing it on you. Now, sometimes that can be the biggest struggle, because sometimes we're so busy looking ahead and looking forward that we don't want to stop and think about some of the painful things that happened in our past. We don't want to think about some of the things we had to go through in life. I've had women who, when they're telling me their story, initially, on a consultation, they'll start sharing, and the emotion comes up, and their way is to pull it and push it back down. You feel the tears come up, you push it down. I'm like, no, let it come up, come out. It wants to come up and out. This is why we suffer, because we don't let it up and out. So it can go, it can be released. But you kind of have to have a safe space to do that, and with someone who isn't going to judge you and who you can trust. And so that's the person that I am for my clients. And I help them to move through that in a way that does not have them just simply sitting in sadness or any of that, but moving through it. I always like to use the analogy of taking out the trash in your house. We're going through, and you're taking out the trash from every room, putting it in the big bag, and you're continuing to move through the house and take it out and set it on the curb and be done with it. That's what we're doing. And so that's really the process that's going to allow you to leave your past where it is and break the link between it and your present that just keeps pulling you back. Does that make sense? I hope so. I know I say that a lot if you watch some of my videos, but I'm typically, and of course I prefer to talk to people in person. And so I'm just talking to you like I would be talking to you, if we were on the phone or Zoom or whatever. So that's the whole point, is your past is and can sabotage your present, but it doesn't have to stay that way. It doesn't have to be that way. You have the power to change it. And if you would like my help, you are welcome to reach out to me. I'll put the link below for if you want to book a free consultation, or you can send me a DM on Instagram at Coach Jamila LV. And please, no matter which platform you're watching this on, I'd appreciate it if you were to like this video, share it with a friend that you feel might benefit from it, and then comment below and tell me your thoughts, and let me know if you found this to be helpful to you in any way. All right, so thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you here.